You're all here today in this wonderful city and incredible event because you know that you can't stand still. You know that there's a high premium on staying relevant. You know that even if you're a leader today, that doesn't give you a guarantee for tomorrow.
Your book starts with an interesting question, and that is, what's different now?
São chamados futuristas. Deles é o Roger Spitz.
Next to me is Roger Spitz.
Futurist, author and president of Techistential.
Roger Spitz is a world-leading authority in Foresight.
I'm thrilled to introduce you to Roger Spitz.
As humans, we actually deal with it very well. We just need to reframe how we think about change.
If you think about the inverse relationship between predictability and uncertainty, if a world is more uncertain, it's probably less predictable. The question is whether you rely on assumptions to the exclusion of everything else. In complex systems, you need to think very carefully about what change looks like. How do you drive change? What are the next order implications? How do things connect? What are the unexpected or unanticipated consequences?
We call this Techistentialism. It's decision-making in the 21st century in a technological world. And the thing about black swans is the go-to board member or CEO's language for, I didn't prepare, I didn't think about it, I didn't spot what I should have. For 20 years, I was global head of M&A for a bank, advising CEOs, founders, and shareholders on their most strategic deals. But today, I'm more focused on the future.
It's often on the edge and on the fringe that ideas then become more conventional and adopted.
The cost of relying on assumptions of a stable, predictable, and controllable world are increasing. What a futurist and what Foresight does is appreciate the multiplicity of possibilities.
Sustainable futures and sustainable value creation, both the opportunities and the shocks can arise instantaneously, anytime, and create or wipe out a lot of value. Because if you're not thinking about these things and building resiliency, your company can disappear any minute.
Many of you in the room will know what VUCA is, I guess. Raise of hands, who knows what VUCA is? Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. How many of you think that it's an okay description of today's environment, but there's maybe something missing?
Humans are delegating the authority to machines to make decisions. And therefore, the direction is that AI will continue to be more human-like, because humans are accepting to be more machine-like.
Wow, you just opened like a trillion questions in my mind.
This was Roger Spitz with Disrupt with Impact, his new book.
You talk a little bit about what's something called the AAA framework. Tell us a little bit about what that's about.
We have a winner! We have a winner! Come on up on stage!
We have to prepare for the future.
And the best way to be prepared for that is to be able to anticipate different scenarios, different futures that can happen.
Disrupt, we use it in the sense of systemic disruption, constant change. So we're in an unpredictable world where change is a constant.
He did an amazing, very provocative presentation.
This talk, as I mentioned earlier, is very meaningful to me, each and every one of you.
You encourage everyone to read and to continue learning.
Despite what people think, futurists are not trying to predict the future, but actually it's to inform decision-making today.